Hello, welcome once again to Moorgate Andrology, and today I want to talk about penis enlargement surgery cost UK. I get a lot of questions about the cost of penis enlargement, as you can imagine, at Moorgate Andrology, and there are a number of factors which determine the cost of penis enlargement, and I wanted to run those past you today so that when you're doing your research you can make sure that you're comparing apples and apples and getting out all the correct information. The first thing we should start with is deciding whether you want to have penile lengthening and girth increase together, which about 80% of all men who have penis enlargement will have their penis lengthened and thickened at the same time. Or do you want to have the penis just lengthened or just thickened? Because there will be different prices for each of these procedures. So determine first what you want. The next thing is you have to find out, are there any consultation fees? Does the surgeon, does the urologist charge to see you? Are there going to be any charges after the operation? Because you will need some checkups after the operation. Some clinics charge for those and some don't. The other thing is, after the lengthening surgery, you're going to need some kind of penile extender. This extender helps to increase erect length after you've had the lengthening surgery to increase the flaccid length. Now, the cost of this will depend on the type of device that the surgeons want you to use. Moorgate will use something called a Phallosan Forte, which is much preferred by our urologists. Does seem to give good results post-surgery in terms of helping increase erect length. And at the moment, at the time of doing this video, the cost of that is around £200. So again, you have to factor the cost of the extender device. Now, something else which you'll need to consider when thinking about penis enlargement surgery cost in the UK is aftercare. So what happens if you do have a complication and you have to return to theatre? Because the worst thing that can happen in penis enlargement surgery is you get an infection which reaches something called a silicone buffer. And your urologist is going to tell you that this silicone buffer is deep inside the tissues where he cut the ligament to get you this extra length. And they put the buffer in so that the two ends of the ligament can't join up again. But if you get an infection which reaches this silicone buffer, then it has to be taken out. You have to wait 3 months and have it put back in again. Now, this is a rare complication, very rare complication, but it can happen. And if it happens, you're going to want to know who pays if you have that complication, because that could be a significant cost. So all these things you have to factor in when considering the overall cost, the true cost, if you like, of having penis enlargement surgery. Now, here at Moorgate Andrology, we cover everything. So basically, if you have a complication after the surgery, which means you have to go back to theatre, we cover the cost of that entirely. We can afford to do it because it's a rare complication, but it's there if you need it. Also, we have unlimited free aftercare checkups too. So you don't have to, no matter how many times you come back to see the urologist, they are all covered. So all these things are very important to consider. Now, the one more thing we should mention when thinking about penis enlargement surgery cost is how you're going to pay for the operation. If you have your own funds, of course, then you'll simply pay with a bank transfer or you'll pay on a debit or credit card. But what if you need finance? Now, most clinics will offer some sort of finance. At Moorgate, we have a panel of finance lenders, and with all of them, you do not need a deposit, which obviously lots of men find very attractive, that they don't have to find a deposit before they can get the finance. So again, when it comes to finance, check what's offered. Do you need to pay a deposit? How long can you have to pay it off? Usually with most finance companies, this is up to about 5 years. So all these things you need to consider when thinking about the cost of penis enlargement surgery. Now, if you'd like to know more about penis enlargement surgery costs, please do give us a call. We're happy to have a chat with you. We also offer a free WhatsApp video consultation with the urologist. So that's something that lots of men find really useful, and that doesn't cost anything. So that's all from me today. I hope to see you next time at Moorgate Andrology. I hope you've taken something from this video, because obviously the cost of penis enlargement surgery is usually right at the top of most guys' agendas when they're doing their research. So until next time, bye for now.